Welcome back to Therapy Thursdays. Today we're going to continue on the hip mobility train for hockey players. Really a great hip mobility sequence before a heavy leg workout or a heavy squat day, for example. So last day we looked at passive hip mobility exercises using gravity and body weight to induce mobility and range of motion to the hips. Today we're going to emphasize the active contractile component, possibly the more important functional component to transition into your sport. So make sure that you use some of these dynamic active hip mobility exercises prior to a workout or as part of your warm-up routine. So our first sequence is a squat mobility sequence. So we've got Johnny just warming up with a couple full depth squats. And now we've got him in a full depth squat position doing internal and external rotation actively from the hip. So fully internally rotating the right hip now, and now fully externally rotating that right hip and back to the starting point. And getting into his second position, doing a forward duck waddle, shifting his feet forward, small steps forward, and small steps back to the starting point. And we'll just do a couple squats to get out of that position and give him a little break here. So it's a couple full depth squats again. And transitioning into the next sequence, which is a lateral reach. So shifting his right leg out, keeping his center of gravity over his base of support, staying nice and low, slow and controlled with each reach. And now back to the left side. Again, slow and controlled is our goal here. Last one back to the starting point. So this is our squat mobility sequence, and now we'll move into hurdle mobility. So we're shifting into a hurdle mobility sequence, but we've just set up the weight rack, put it on pins. So we got Johnny stepping forward and now backwards at a reasonably challenging height, opening up the hips as much as possible and trying to keep his balance as well as he can. Really trying to flex and externally rotate with each step backwards there. Now we've got him facing the side and stepping up and over. Great active hip mobility sequence here as a warm-up or part of an off-season mobility routine. He's going to reach down and under, getting the body weight nice and low in the hips, reaching and shifting under the bar. Again, great active hip mobility sequence, part of an off-season routine or part of a pre-workout warm-up.